Okay, now we are at chapter 4. It's about require. In lesson 1, we made it so users can create new zombies by calling create random zombie, okay, and entering a name. However, if users could keep calling this function to create unlimited zombies in their army, the game wouldn't be very fun. It's true. Let's make it so each player can only call this function once. That way, new players will call it when they first start the game in order to create the initial zombie in their army. How can we make it so this function can only be called once per player? For that, we use require. Require makes it so that the function will throw an error and stop executing if some condition is not true. Okay, maybe it's like if. Okay, let's see. So function and then say hi to Vitalik. It's a string and it's stored on memory with a local variable name underscore name. It's a public function that returns a string in memory. So compare if name is equal to Vitalik. It throws an error and exits if not true. Side note, Solidity doesn't have native string comparison. Okay, so we compare their kecak256 hashes to see if the strings are equal. So we can see here it called the require function and then it casted, no, yeah, I think we can call it as cast. So, or we use the kecak256 to hash this string. So first, they use the ABI and encode back the string. So we have to encode it and then we hash it and then we check if it's equal to the string. So if the two hashes are equal, then we return hi. If not, it would throw an exception and exit the function. So it would not reach this return hi if it's not equal. So if you call this function say hi and pass in a string called Vitalik, it will return hi. If you call it with any other input, it will throw an error and not execute. So again, it's hard-coded that is equivalent to Vitalik. So if this is Vitalik and this is Vitalik, it would return hi, else no. So let's put it to the test. In our zombie game, we don't want the user to be able to create unlimited zombies in their army repeatedly calling create zombie. So let's use require to make sure this function only gets executed one time per user when they create their first zombie. Okay? Put the require statement at the beginning of create random zombie. Start here. So we call the require and then we will be expecting to use kecak here. So let me just copy this. So what would we compare? The function should check to make sure owner zombie count is equal to 0. Oh, we don't need to use this. It's equal to 0. I didn't use kecak because it's an integer, so it's okay. And this is an integer as well. So remember that we kind of incremented this on the previous function. So from 0, if it's already incremented into, let's say, 1, 2, it only means that they have already created a zombie. So the requirement here is that it checks if it's still on the 0 count meaning it has not created a zombie yet. Then we create a zombie. So let's see. It's correct. Yay!